Well, hey there guys, welcome back to Vinman's Adventures. First off, I'd like to give a shout out to Justin Johnson, the man on the guitar. He's got a great YouTube page and has lots of great music, and he's given us this great soundtrack for the video. You can click on the link that I've copied to my description, and feel free to like and follow him. He's got some great music on that page. Alright, so moving on, here you find again Josh with the camera and me leading the way. It's a September fall overcasty kind of day back in September of 2020. So this trail here, it's not a fire route, it's not a cottage road per se, it's actually a rail trail, and it's called the IB&O Rail Trail, which stands for the Irondale, Bancroft, and Ottawa Rail Trail. I guess the little bit of history of this rail trail, it started operation in 1880 and went all the way into 1960. It's about 82 kilometers long, or it was back in that time. This little section that we're doing is not that long. It started as a horse-drawn railway connecting some mines to the main railway. There's lots of history here, and I've copied a link to my description on the IB&O Rail Trail. I read through it, and it's actually really interesting. I had no idea about this and the history of Ontario, basically, and the mines and the gold mines and stuff like that. So click on that link and read up on it. It's pretty interesting. So this trail, I got to be honest, I tried to find out, and I'm sure somebody will tell me once they watch this video. I'm not sure if we're even allowed on it. I looked it up before we went riding this day. I've looked it up while making this video, and I don't know if I'm looking in the wrong places, but I can't tell. It says motorized vehicles, horses, mountain biking, hiking. There are sections that allow all of it. There's a sections that only allow some of it. I'm unable to tell if it's just ATVs or, green plated, blue plated, 2 wheels. I don't know. There's the world's smallest post office, by the way. But we typically go riding during the week because we work shift work, so we find it to have less traffic. And that's the way we like it. It's safer, and that's the way it goes. So we didn't run into anybody. Nobody told us otherwise to get off of it. I've been on this trail a few times. There was one time we were on there, and we did come across some ATVers, and they were actually helpful. They didn't say anything about us not supposed to be on there, so I still to this day don't know. So we take it, and we'll just play stupid if somebody says you're not supposed to be on here, and we'll get off, and then we'll know then, unless somebody else can tell me otherwise. But it's a great trail. We picked it up just outside of Gooderham, and that post office that I commented on back there, that's Tory Hill. And then it carries on through the bush, and it goes all the way up to Wilberforce, I believe. So it can get messy in here. We've been in here, when it's a lot wetter and slippier. It's not that bad today. It's hard packed for the most part. It's your typical rail trail. It doesn't get like, you can get on some rail trails and they get all whip-de-doo. Bumps, and I believe that's mostly because of snowmobiles, maybe in the wintertime, and ATVs. But this one's not bad. It's pretty flat. You got the odd little mud hole, but the scenery is amazing. You got your thick, dense bush in some sections. Then it opens up to beautiful water or swamps, even fields. There's some nice spots to stop for lunch along here. So if you're in this area, I highly recommend if you feel confident enough that you're allowed to be on there, which we do. So if you're in this area, I'd highly suggest to take it. It's a quick, it's a little bypass. It's not that long, this section anyways, and it beats taking the asphalt. That's what we always say. So it's a good little run. You can stay right as usual, because it's not as wide as your typical cottage road or even fire route for that matter. So just make sure you stay right, but it is fairly straight as well. I mean, you can see a fair distance ahead of you, so anything oncoming, you'd have time to realize that you either slow down or move over, or both. There is, in this section, one water crossing, and you'll see it coming up. It's not that bad, it's not that difficult. We've done it twice, and I believe this was the second time. So you'll see that we didn't, we slowed down, we just double checked to make sure that it wasn't too high. The first time we came through here though, we definitely stopped. We walked out as far as we could without getting our feet too wet. You always want to double check, for logs or big rocks or any kind of obstacles in the water, and the depth as well. So here, that wasn't the water crossing, by the way, but that was a fun one. But you always want to check your water. And on this ride, we've been through here before, so we knew what we were kind of getting into. It did surprise me a little bit. I thought it was shallower, and the last 2/3 of the crossing, it got a little bit deeper, but just quick. It was, dipped down and then right back up. So I was a little shocked, but you'll see that, and that's how it goes. So I believe right up here is where the water crossing is going to happen. I can't say enough though about this trail. Maybe it's just me, but I know there's thousands of people out there that are just like me when it comes to this being outdoors kind of stuff, and I just love motorcycling. I love being outdoors, and this trail, has it all for me. As short as it is, it's compacted with everything. So here you see it. Here's the water crossing. I'm going to let the video play out. You'll see I check it quickly and then we go for it. All right. Don't forget to subscribe to our Facebook page, Ontario Moto Adventure Riders, and you'll get more info on different routes and rides. Until then, everybody stay safe.
Everything got wet there.